My first Confluence was actually a complete mess on my end. My second Confluence definitely went better. My freshman year, we did World War I, which was really exciting, where we performed a reenactment of artillery and fighting mixed in with like the World War I poetry.
We present to our classroom, we have to present to panels. For Confluence, we have to present to the public sometimes. We have a lot of practice in public speaking.
Beyond that, during your actual Confluence performance, if you're not there for your final big Confluence performance to the public, you don't get a grade, like a bad thing. you do not get a grade for the entire past month of all of the work that you did. And that will ruin all of your grades and your GPA.
Confluence is a performance of our students learning using art, some form of art, if not several forms of art, to educate our audience about things that are very pertinent. Everybody here works in teams, including the teachers. And so I'm part of several teams. I am part of the Humanities team, which is language arts, social studies, and science, all taught together by 8 people to all grade levels. And part of that teamwork is figuring out what we're going to do as a whole team of teachers, and that gets embedded in all of the elective classes as well. Every year we sit down about December as teachers and we try to figure out what do we want to do next year. And we've repeated some things, but topics, but we've never repeated full cloth projects. We refine them if we do them more than once, and they get bigger and more bold.
Almost all of our Confluences, you are in groups. These groups can vary from I've had ones with 4 people. I had one that was 25 people.
Humanities is the most group-based thing. That's very obvious. You get put in at least 2 different groups during one term of Humanities. You get put in a temporary group and then a permanent group. And there's other things, I was put in groups for math class where we were in the groups of 2 and we had to do work together, and we rotate with other people throughout the term. Most classes are in groups. I think the only time you're not in groups is art classes. You're mostly focused on individual work, and then even sometimes I took comic art, and at the end of the term we were put in groups to do a big comic project. Everything's group work.
It's also extremely important to learn new things. You have to be open to genuinely learning things, where it's very, very easy to kind of get stuck in your comfort zone and the things that you're capable of, especially as a visual media arts major. I came here knowing that I was gonna be drawing stuff, And so then as soon as I get thrown into hey, you're gonna perform a monologue, I go, that is not what I am here for, that's not what I know how to do. It's a really good way to be able to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. I think that you're not gonna learn anything new if you're not putting yourself in new and uncomfortable situations.
I love Confluence, but it also is very stressful. If you ask any student, they'd be like, oh, Confluence. But I also think it's really a value that we hold here because it's more about showing and expressing your learning instead of rote memorization or studying for a test and then only having those 50 minutes to get everything that you've learned down on paper.